Good Monday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majestic back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Studios with your weather update here on your July the 6th, 2026. Well, hope everybody had a great 4th of July weekend. Back to the old grind for a work week ahead as we're kind of settling into a very typical summertime pattern. At least the heat's not quite as oppressive as it was, going into the 4th of July weekend. So we're going to break it all down for you here. We'll let you know what your best rain chances are going to be for the week ahead. And we'll take a look also ahead to see how that weekend's shaping up here as well. Now, before we get rolling, if you're new here to our YouTube channel and you live anywhere across North Georgia, let me quickly introduce myself as your personal weatherman. I'm on a mission to build a professional 24-hour weather channel here for North Georgia, and I sure could use your help. It's all about the numbers when you try to do something like this, so please subscribe to the channel, and very importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all future weather updates as well as any potential live severe weather alerts we will do when warranted here for the North Georgia community. All right, let's get into today's update, shall we? As we're looking at Dahlonega, Georgia, looking at a very nice looking afternoon with some sunshine, some clouds. We're starting to bubble up some stuff across North Georgia. We'll see how many showers and storms we get here before we wrap up the day. Today, it does appear to be the best rain chance day as far as the rest of the work week is concerned. Here in Braselton, outside my backyard, looking pretty good. Not much of a wind at all. It's pretty stale out there right now. Not much of a breeze to speak of, but at least we got plenty of sunshine and temperatures out there looking into the upper 80s right now. Looking at your radar, we are bubbling up a little bit of activity out there for this afternoon as things are kind of moving just a bit, but not going to move all that much. You're seeing a little bit of that rain there near the Marietta area. Get that, say that up real fast. And up across portions of northwest Georgia, up near Lafayette and up toward McCaysville, also up near the Blue Ridge area. But you can see how spotty the shower activity is for the moment across the area. We'll see how things develop here for the rest of the afternoon. As temperatures here are shooting into the 80s, the clouds cover is helping a little bit. We do have a mix of clouds and sunshine across the region, but temperatures are not bad. Definitely not the oppressive heat. We're getting a little bit of a break for the time being across our region. Looking at the regional perspective, seeing a little more rain shower activity here across portion of Alabama. Seeing a pretty nice little line there kind of moving off toward the east here. Scattered storms across South Georgia as well and down toward the Florida Panhandle. So you can see kind of isolated and spotty here for the most part here across North Georgia for this afternoon currently. Satellite picture kind of showing you kind of a mix of sun and clouds across the region here for this afternoon. Pretty good blow up with thunderstorms over there into portions of the Carolinas. You've seen over there was those bright red cloud tops over that way. But otherwise, not looking too bad for us for right now. And again, from a watch warning perspective, we at least don't have those heat advisories for the moment. Just a little bit down here across portions of Georgia, but they could start to sneak back up here later in the week as the temperatures climb just a little bit. We'll keep a watchful eye on that. And as far as the severe weather risk is concerned, for today, it's predominantly over into the Carolinas. You see that marginal risk there heading over that way over towards South Carolina, North Carolina, and then back over to the west. Just a general thunderstorm threat across our area for this afternoon. You might see a special weather statement, but I'm really not expecting too robust out there for this afternoon. All right, let's look at the regional model data here. One thing you're going to notice is it's going to be very spotty as far as coverage here for the next few days. So what that's going to mean for us is that means basically going into your Tuesday. Again, some folks might see a rain shower like today and some folks won't. So you notice here by 2 o'clock, we got a little bit of activity here popping up here across extreme northeast Georgia at that hour. And as we go ahead and step on through here, again, just very spotty. There's one there south of town there. So, again, isolated coverage here for tomorrow. We're keeping a 20% in here for tomorrow as far as rain chances are concerned. And then as we go into your Wednesday, again, very spotty in nature here for the afternoon as far as any of the storms line up there. You kind of see, you want definition of isolated. Yeah, this definitely falls into that category. You see that right through there. Going into your Wednesday. So, again, spotty coverage here expected for this week, and might see the rain chances begin to increase as we go through the weekend. Again, not a washout, just a better opportunity for rain, a little more coverage there. But I think for the rest of this week, it's going to be very spotty, and the rain chances will adjust from day to day as they typically do during the summertime months. So as you look at the weather maps here for the next couple of days, it is showing an old boundary just kind of lingering across the state here. And that might help a little bit with rain chances. But again, for the most part, I think we're going to stay fairly limited and dry. We had some pretty decent coverage there yesterday for lots of North Georgia. But today looks like just kind of isolated, scattered. I think that's going to be the story here for most of this week. So looking at your forecast here for the Gainesville area, we're going to 92.73. A typical day, maybe an isolated chance of a shower or thunderstorm, but again, most folks will be dry. Looking at these high temperatures here for the area, again, mostly into the 80s to right around 90s and lower 90s to the west, a little bit warmer to the east. So again, very seasonable. This looks about where it's supposed to be for this time of year. Regionally looking like this, at least we're not seeing the hundreds. That's a nice change from last week, that's for sure. You get some mid-90s still over here toward the Carolinas, but generally you can see where we got some scattered storms here with the daytime heating, but temperatures fairly seasonable here across the southeast as we go into your Tuesday forecast. How about the rest of the 7-day forecast? Okay, all right. Now, right now, I don't have the rain chance there on Wednesday and Thursday. It can easily come back, and we're talking low chance here, guys. All right, so going into the weekend, we do increase the range from 30 to 40 to 50%. Those temperatures back off to 90 and 70. So, again, I would call this a fairly typical July forecast here as we're looking at the week ahead. So no big problems here. There is a bit of a heat dome that may develop into the weekend back toward our west. We'll have to watch that closely because sometimes around the periphery of that thing, you get these storms that can kind of drop down into Georgia when you get something like that set up. But we'll see what happens here as we go toward the weekend. Now, with the threat of showers and thunderstorms just about every day, you know how it is here in the summertime. You may want to be alerted when you got rain approaching your area. And I highly advise you to download our free weather app here. This brought to us by our weather app partners at Roof It Forward out of Woodstock, Georgia. They give some of the best premium roofs in the business, and they also give a portion back to local children's charities, so they really do pay it forward. What's great about this app, by the way, is it just alerts you about rain, alerts you about lightning nearby, alerts you for severe weather alerts, hour-by-hour forecast, a nice future cast. Again, go and download that. The QR code there on top is for the Apple users, and the one on the bottom is for you Android users, so go ahead and take a snapshot of that if you can, and help us out. Appreciate you supporting our channel, and you can do that by downloading the app, and it's free. Doesn't cost you anything. It's a great tool. Again, I appreciate you guys checking us out here on the YouTube channel as we slowly growing the channel, a little at a time, and hope you guys can help us out. The numbers are the big thing. We just got to get the numbers up bigger so that the potential advertisers and sponsors will have some interest. We're also closing in on 1 million views on the channel since the beginning of the year, so I do appreciate you guys' help in growing this channel. All right, you guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. Bye-bye.